Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the DAX today? I think from the weekly perspective is, this double top here is very much in play. Okay, so and I think that's the first area. So that's 650 points, which takes us to pretty much the underside here. So it takes us to that area there, and you can see I'm not doing the exact target. I'm looking to the left to see what's here, and you can see there's a lot of support at this area. So from a weekly perspective, that's kind of the area that I'm looking at. And if you see this big left shoulder, head, right shoulder forming here. So this is a very, very worrying pattern on the weekly. Okay, no, I'm not saying it's going to play out, but it is turning out to be a pretty worrying pattern. One thing I do want to do here, the DAX is a lover of the Fibonacci. Okay, you can see we're at 61.8, and I'm going to leave the Fibonacci in because the 76.2 is also a strong level for the DAX. Okay, so let's look at the daily. So we got some previous lows here, which is where a price hit, and we didn't really bounce. We have got these solid red candles to the downside. It is at the 61.8. So if the bulls do start stepping in at this area, it would be a good area for them to start stepping in and to drive this price up. So which would then make this double top fail and get this measured move. Okay, and the measured move would basically be from here to here. So that would be a 1,500 point move from this area to the upside. Okay, so that's the one scenario. The other scenario is this double top plays out and we come all the way down to the bottom here, and that sort of puts a big head and shoulders in play on the weekly. But for now, we need to just focus on what we see for the day. There's nothing on the oscillators that I can see. There's no diversions. There's pretty much nothing there. So let's just get down to the 4 hour. Okay, so the 4 hour is a different story. So 4 hour, we have this moves to the downside, and then we have that. Okay, so that's a wedge. And what you can see here is diversions backing up the wedge. So you can see prices making lower lows, but the MACD, which is our black line, if I put my cursor on there, you can see MACD is making higher lows. Okay, so that is diversions, and that diversions indicates a move back to the upside. If we just have a look at what the DAX futures is now, we're kind of flat. So we're sitting at 12,300 at the moment. Okay. So 12,300. So we're sitting pretty flat. So pretty much where we closed. So what are we expecting today? So for me at the moment, we are extremely oversold at the moment. Okay, so and you can see on the 1 hour, whenever we are oversold, we tend to rally ever so slightly in this downward trend. You can see here we rallied up, here we rallied up. So I would suspect something similar today. I'd expect a short-term rally. I mean, if you just look at what this rally was here, that was 160 points. So, yeah, in context of the DAX, it would be a move back to the top side of this wedge, which is also a retest of this break here. Okay, so yeah, so I think we are very much in decision time mode, I think, and what we're looking for is to see whether the 61.8 holds. see if this level holds. If this level does hold, and let's just go to the left to see, you see there's quite a bit of interaction with this level. Okay, so this is the key area that we need to see. If this level can hold today, you can expect a bounce. Now, what you've got to understand is price doesn't always just move away from this 200 moving average and stay away. Okay, so it often, if you look at this area here, it tries multiple times to get back through it before succeeding or failing. Okay, so whenever we are close to 200, you can see how it falls away and it tries to come back, falls away, tries to come back, and then tries again. So it's forever trying to break through the 200, break through to the downside or break through to the upside. I mean, that's just, there are so many people that play that 200 moving average, and that's why. Okay, so let's just get down to a smaller time frame to see what's going on. So there is a potential micro double bottom here. So you can see this is, we had a low, then we came back, tested it, and came up again. So these two bars don't really concern me. It's basically the US market's close. So what I'm looking for is pretty much a moving average crossover like we've had. And if we can maintain that, I'm looking for a move to the upside, and more than likely to come and test this 200 moving average, and also which coincides with the trend line to the downside of the falling wedge. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. And I just want to see if there is what kind of level we have here. So if I start putting some levels in, you can see it's another area of resistance here. And, just tidy that one up to there. So you can see we've got quite a bit going on in this area. If I look to the left, okay? So that's what's leading me to believe that we are going to find some kind of support here. May not be right where we are, it may still fall a little bit more, and then we'll find support somewhere around here before we move back the upside. And we're going to test this downward line. Should this break, then you have a wedge, and you've got a pretty good trade up to the 200 moving average on the 4 hour here. First target, second target would be the top of the wedge. Okay, so that's me for the DAX today. Is I'm just going to be watching this very closely, because if we do get a moving average crossover, so let's just go to an uptrend day. I don't think we got one. I haven't had one. Oh, there's one. Okay, so if we do get a decent break above these two moving averages and they point up like this, then obviously we're going to stay long. Okay, if the converse is true and we start getting this kind of effect, then you know that's just another consolidation pattern, and it'll move to a level and then will fall off again. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for today. I'm really looking for a move to the upside where we'll be short again. Okay, and the last thing I want to just look at is this level here. So that would be the most logical target, okay? Would be the underside of this tail. So that would be a retest of the break, which would also coincide with the, just tidy this up a bit there. So that would coincide with the trend line, downward trend line. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for support, move to the upside, and then have a look what happens, possibly some more selling to happen when we get up here. Anyway guys, that's the DAX. Hope it helps, and stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the day. Cheers, man.